Hi and welcome to another sales and revenue growth video. Today we're going to take a walkthrough of a client's backend and you're going to see some of the numbers behind what we do, okay, how we grow revenue, how we grow sales, what it looks like and what it means for your business, okay, when you can actually remove all the sales and revenue threats that sit there blocking more additional sales. Okay, this is a really capital efficient way to grow a business, to grow revenue and sales. Okay, and I'm going to walk you through some of the back end stuff right now. So here's how this all works. Okay, if you can see on your screen, there is originally every company has a sales page or some sort of website which sells a product, right? Now in this example, this here is an actual a zoomed out version of a long form sales page that a company was already using to sell a product, okay? And we're going to call this the original sales page A. And what we do is we do a lot of research and it's a lot of work and time and effort which goes into actually discovering where the sticking points are on this website, okay? What's stopping people buying? Where do people have objections? What are they thinking about? Is there a problem with the kind of the message compared to the market? Is there a mismatch, or does it click ideally? Are there any sort of tech problems? If you view this web page on a specific device, do they have sticking points there? Is everything viewable? Does everything make sense? Does it all kind of work, in a nice uniform way? We do a research process which actually figures all of that out. And I've got another video which is on our YouTube page. I'll link to that at the end. And using all this information, what we do is we build another version of this page. Okay, so we'll call that here a page B. And that's what that looked like in this example. This is a real example. So this is the new sales page, and we'll call that sales page B that we built. As you can see, it's a lot longer. It contains a lot more information. People say these days that long form sales pages don't work. I disagree because I've seen the actual sales pages working. Okay, and these pages, the trick is to make them long and informative without making them boring. Okay, so they have to be interesting. They have to capture the prospect's interest as they scroll down the page. Okay, but this is an example of the sales page that originally existed versus the new sales page that myself and my team created. And they went head to head, and I'll show you how we do that. We test them against each other by splitting the traffic 50-50 against each other. It's called an A/B test, and I'll show you how that works just right now. So before we come along and we actually go to work, this is how traffic runs on a page. Okay, they're all 100% of all the visitors, they land on the original web page that's there, and it converts. Let's just say it has a 10% conversion rate, doing either turning more people into subscribers or making sales or doing sign-ups or whatever it's doing, okay, generating phone calls. Whatever this page here is doing, it does that, and people land on the thank you page, etc., and they come along to this page and they take an action. Okay, so that's what it looks like before. However, after we run our research process and we build a new page, we'll put that here, and we want to test it against the original web page. Here's how we do it. Now, when people come to the web page, they hit a piece of code, and that piece of code splits them 50-50 like this. Okay, so 50% of people who arrive at the website, they go to the original web page A. As you can see, it's the same as what was there before. And then 50% of the people arrive at the new page, which is page B that we've built. Okay, and what we'll generally find is we'll find a difference in conversion rate. So in this example here, the new page is converting people at 18%, the old page converted people at 10%, so that's 8% more. 8% out of the original 10% is 80% more people. Okay, so the new page, even though it's splitting, it's receiving the same amount of traffic as the original web page, is generating 80% more results. Okay, so then what you would tend to do is you tend to switch the traffic off here, and you switch the traffic so that 100% of the traffic comes here, and now you're converting more people into customers. Okay, so that's how it works. So the important thing to remember here is the original page is page A and the new page is B, and in an A/B test they go head to head against each other with 50% of the traffic to see which page performs better. Okay, and what we generally tend to do is we just put them head to head and we see which page generates more sales. Okay, so that's what you need to know. So in our example here, this was the original sales page that existed before, sales page A, and this was the new sales page B that we built using our research process. And you can actually see in detail what these pages are. That's also on our YouTube channel. And so here's the results. I'm going to show you the results. I'm going to go into the back end and actually show you the results of these two pages as they went head to head against each other. So now I'm going to walk through the results of this A/B test in the back end of our client's Clickfunnels account. So if I just move this across, you'll see that page A here is called, if you run these tests, the scientific version of these names, the scientific names of these pages. Page A is called the control, which is what was already there before, and page B, which is the new page, is called the variation. Okay, so Clickfunnels labels them as control and variation, but they are actually, it's still the same thing. Page A versus page B. Okay, here you can see the two laid out, and then you can see here that each page, let me just zoom in on that, each page received about 3,100 people, okay, during this test. So pretty much an equal spread of traffic, okay, to page A and page B there. Next, you can actually see how many sales each page generated whilst we're running this test. Now, I'm not allowed to actually show you the time that this test was running, so this could be literally 1 day, this could be 1 week, it could be whatever. Okay, so the time is actually is disguised here, but that's not important. Okay, you can see during the same time period, whilst the traffic was split 50-50, page A here actually delivered 17 sales of the main product, of the upfront product, and 6 sales of the upsell. And then page B generated 44 sales of the front end product with 18 sales of the upsell. Okay, and you can see the results here. Page A generated 5,000 sales up front and $1,000 of the upsell, and page B generated $13,000 of the upfront product with $3,500 of sales in the upsell. So the results, the total sales there for page A, which was our control page, remember, that was $6,231. Okay, and page B, which was the variation page B made a total of $16,614. Okay, but remember, that was when the traffic was split 50-50. Okay, so remember I told you each one of those pages, once you get a result, you actually switch 100% of the traffic to the page. So if page A was receiving 100% of the traffic, it would just, the figures, we've just doubled them here, okay? So it would have generated $12,462, okay? And page B, which was the variation page, if we double the figures, it would have made $33,228, okay? It's a big difference there. So if you had a choice, okay, with the same level of traffic going to the page, if you were sending traffic to page A, you would make $12,462 a day. Right, let's just say it's a day, a week, whatever. But let's just say, would you rather make $12,400 a day, or would you rather have a higher performance page sitting there, which is page B, which generates you $33,228 a day, okay, or for the same time period? You pick. Okay, this is a no-brainer. You have to build high-performing sales pages, websites, and you have to, and just sales processes. And this is what happens when you remove sales and revenue threats from your pages. Okay, and I've got a detailed explanation of how exactly we did this with these exact same sales pages, and I'll link to that in the description if you want to see how we did this. But it's, you know, as you can see, it's a no-brainer here. Would you rather make $12,000 or would you rather make $33,000? And remember, you don't need any more traffic coming to the page. You don't have to spend any more in ad costs to do this. Okay, all you need is a higher performing sales page, which was our version here at sales page B. Okay, and I'll show you exactly, I go into serious detail in a tutorial which I've got on our YouTube channel, so I'll link to that in the description if you want to see how we did that. So that's what's possible. Okay guys, so follow the tutorial that I've got online. If you've got any questions about it, leave a comment and I'll respond to it. Add a like to the video, subscribe, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching.